Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to your daily dose of Broodwar. We've got for you today a nice little TVZ from the ladder. It is JyJ here in the top right. Down in the bottom left, we've got Soulkey. And guys, before we get into this one, just want to tell you that I am now in Japan, hanging out in Aichi right now. Gonna be going to Osaka soon. I've been putting some updates about my life and what's been going on the Patreon page. If you guys want to check it out, take a look in the description below. Your support is as ever appreciated, really allowing me to dedicate more and more time to making these videos. I've got another video coming out soon. It's quite the production. I'm about halfway done on that right now, so you could expect that sometime either this week or next week. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this one, guys. It should be a banger. We're on cross maps here. And what's the map we have? We've got Vermeer. Cross map on Vermeer can get pretty wild sometimes, especially in this matchup. You've got so many bases around the map. There's a ton of bases to take. Zerg players can get pretty crafty in snagging bases around the map. Hidden bases can be very, very powerful in this matchup. All you need to do is drop down a hatchery, get an extractor going, and then once you've got that extra gas base rolling, it can make a huge difference to how you play out that matchup. The amount of ultras you can get out, the amount of lurkers and defilers you can pop as well. I would say that this map probably favors the more traditional style of ZVT. And Soulkey, an absolute master of that play. That is getting your second base out, going into Muta, and then transitioning into Lurker as you take another main base, either here in the bottom right or up here in the top left. Either one would be desirable. Eventually pushing down onto 4 bases, getting into the Ultraless tech, and then springing out on the map. We'll see if Soulkey wants to go for that style here, or whether he has something a little more aggressive in mind, or perhaps he wants to go for a Hydralisk build this game. We'll see. Looking like a 2.5 hatch thus far. We've got some Marines out here on the map. 4 Marines are going to come up and definitely going to pick off 1 Ling anyway. And then suddenly they're going to be heading over here towards the natural. 3 pairs of Lings are on the way. I saw 1 was already in production. It's going to be finishing up here shortly. But it appears the Marines are going to turn around and head home. It's like 1 more heading out on the map. Just going to join the rest of the pack. Head on back. The Lings are here on the field. Speed has started. Spire is on the way as well. JyJ coming in here to check and make sure that Lings were produced. He sees this number of Lings. He knows he can't really take a fight against this with the Marines that he has gathered here. He could potentially take down these Lings, but then he would have lost a ton of Marines. And Soulkey would have a good position to go into his Mutalisk from. As it stands, though, these Lings just going to pick off the SCV. We have a Sunken Colony here, so even forcing a Sunken Colony out of Soulkey, this play from JyJ, this pressure play, has been pretty impactful this game. He's been very active with these Marines moving out in the front. Once again, he should have a medic coming up here shortly. We've got Stim Pack on the way. There's the 2 medics in production. Our Spire just about to finish. We haven't heard a scan just yet. There it is. Scanners are coming up. He's just going to get the 1. He's got a pretty good idea of what's coming here from Soulkey, but wants to confirm. The other CC will continue to pump out these SCVs. In the meantime, here's the first scan. There it is. He sees the main base. He sees the spire, and that it is indeed a 2.5 hatch. So everything looking good so far for JyJ, but he's not secured himself a major advantage here. He's only managed to figure out exactly what his opponent is doing. Still falls on him to counter it appropriately. Oh, some turrets are coming up here in the main. We've got a third barracks on the way. Three barracks play has been very popular recently. We'll see if he throws down more or if he goes into a factory, as I'm kind of expecting here from this. No second gas just yet. Working on getting all those turrets out. Is probably going to be delaying Marines a little bit. No, still pumping out Marines right now as the harassment comes in here to the natural. Immediate move out from JyJ. Got to be careful with these units. Do not want to be losing these early Marines. We do not have range or +1 done just yet. A couple of pickoffs here so far from Soulkey. Getting some value out of these early mutas, but he's got to continue to track this here. Here we go, coming in once again. Forcing the stim. Should back off for a moment here. We'll check back in about 30 seconds. No Hydralisk Den just yet. The stim has worn off. One Marine trying to head to the bottom left, or bottom right, excuse me, to check for that third base, but not able to make it there because the Lings were blocking that off. So JyJ has a good idea of where that hatchery is, but he's not confirmed it just yet. Looks like we did have another scan. Maybe he confirmed it with that scanner. Not 100% sure on that. This army sitting out here in the middle of the map is still a big threat right now. Forcing back the mutas once again. JyJ being careful not to overextend here, keeping his Marines balled up as much as possible. Not allowing the medics to walk onto the outside, but still, Soulkey picks one off. He's going to get another good swipe there. Not really taking any damage in return. So a couple of good swipes from Soulkey. Come in once again. Good turnaround there by JyJ, but again, better trades here for Soulkey. We have the transition now. Lurkers are on the way. Our lurker aspect is on the way. Hive is coming up as well. +1 attack is about to finish. We've got the full 11 mutas here. The pack is ready. With that upgrade finishing up here soon, that'll be the kind of trigger moment here for Soulkey to take some sort of an engagement. He's actually coming around with a lot of Lings, going for perhaps a counterattack here. Running straight up towards this main base. We've got Marines heading here from the south, trying to help clean this up, but taking over this ramp here is very, very powerful for Soulkey. He's going to come back and deal as much damage to the Marines as they come up the ramp as he possibly can. The Lings, meanwhile, going to work on some SCVs and some turrets here in the main. An excellent distractionary tactic here from Soulkey, but JyJ with the presence of mind to send a small force of Marine medic down to the bottom right. Soulkey, on the other hand, not sending his Lings down here to protect. So JyJ looks like his multitasking a little bit outdoing Soulkey in this regard. He may end up losing this hatchery as well. It's going to be close here. Oh, the hatchery is so close. 100 HP, and it looks like it just barely survives. But JyJ taking a small lead now, even though he did lose some SCVs. And he lost his turrets and some Marines. Picking off the drones at this base is very, very big. Interrupting this mining, even for a few moments, is kind of a huge deal. And he's going to be interrupting it for quite a long time. We need to see more drones sent down to the bottom right. These lurkers are now finally being sent up. He's sending the drones across the map, but he is still not quite mining this efficiently yet. Finally getting out that third drone. Will now be on full 3 gas saturation. Soulkey looking for ways that he can come back in this game. JyJ looking for ways he can close this one now. Double drop ship. Lotto ship's going to be coming out here shortly. What a few SCVs going down here in the main. Not replenishing the turrets here at the barracks, unfortunately, for JyJ. All of these turrets were taken out a while ago. These two were rebuilt, but that's not enough to hold all this back. He does have some irradiates here, potentially almost ready at the moment. Oh god, he tried to walk up this ramp. That's not good. How many do we have here? Okay, we've got a stack. I don't know how many lurkers are in this stack, but what, this has got 1 kill, so this must have like 5 kills on that other lurker. Oh my god, what is going on? And irradiate on these mutas eats them all up. 5 kills. Oh no, 5 kill science vessel there. Absolute hero. Looks like Soulkey sent his mutas on a path back towards the main base and just left them, forgot about them, but didn't realize they were actually irradiated there. Takes a ton of damage. 5 mutas go down. And now Soulkey on the back foot once again. Has some defenses here. Drop defenses are prepared in the main. No Scourge have come out just yet. Where are these drop ships? Did we miss the drop altogether? Doesn't sound like me. All right, we'll have to go back and take a look, see if we can find out what happened to that drop. All right, my bad, guys. There was no drop. Looks like the drop ships are just now popping out. He actually canceled those 2 earlier drops and has just restarted them now. I guess he needed some more science vessels, or he decided that he needed some more science vessels there. So instead, it is going to be sending out the drop ships now. Drop ships heading down towards this bottom right. We've got plenty of defense in the main here, but not as much in the 3rd base. Of course, there is, of course, this Nidus network. I don't know why I said of course twice. We've got 2 drop ships here ready to go. Oh boy, D-Matrix Firebat. This is a stack of 4 lurkers. Can he bust it here? Here comes JyJ running up the ramp. Immediate connection there with the science vessel. Oh my god. Crushed. Absolutely crushed those lurkers with the Firebat attack. That's why you don't want to stack all your lurkers on top of each other. They just die so fast. And there we go. Picking off the Nidus network here, cutting off this base from reinforcement. Lurkers are going to push forward. There's still some space here, though, with which JyJ could move around this army, get behind the mineral patches here. Soulkey just not quite quick enough to cut off that pathway. Now he's going to pay for that. Lurkers pushing up once again. He hasn't quite trapped this force just yet. Needs that... Oh, where is it? Oh, there's a Nidus network right there. Nidus is done. Might not be connected just yet, though. Is it coming up? Okay, there it is. It's coming up in the main. The 3rd gas, though, cancel or killed here. So no 3rd gas for a little bit. Looks like JyJ losing control of his small force out front of the natural, though. That's going to be broken easily by a Darkstorm and a few Lings. Going after this sunken colony, not paying attention to these Lings, which are dealing quite a bit of damage. Looks like Crackling upgrade is done. No, not quite yet. Actually, it might be hard to tell here in these small engagements, these small skirmishes. Sunken colony set up here on the right-hand side. Looks like the gas will be killed once again. Throwing down a couple more irradiates here. I'm surprised he didn't go for the eraser trick in this situation. Finally almost cleaning this up, but this micro from JyJ causing a huge headache for Soulkey. Looks like a few more Scourge are going to pop out here, chasing down these science vessels, and it looks like he's going to get all of them. So all the science vessels go down here. Just picking up the medics, trying to get out of here. I've never seen that before. Dropship just picking up retreating medics and trying to run away with them. Definitely would be useful to send that back home, maybe pick up another drop to use elsewhere. Lings pushing forward here. There's not a lot of gas income for Soulkey. At least it's finally been restarted here, but he's actually paying very close attention to what's going on here instead of getting his income going. Finally gonna get that going now, but JyJ has shut down this attack, and he's got his 3rd base online as well. Soulkey barely hanging on, just barely keeping his claws in this game. Holding on by his fingernails here. But he has the third base. He's got all of these extra hatcheries here. He has the production to keep this going. He just needs to get this fourth up. And maybe he can make something happen. Another D-Matrix Firebat. Double D-Matrix Firebat coming forward here. One lurker, not going to be enough. JyJ pushing forward. There's a Dark Swarm as the lurkers come out. More Science Vessels go down. 3 more Science Vessels go down. Oh boy. JyJ making a bit of an error there. Sending the Science Vessels to the north instead of keeping them with this army and backing away. Losing a lot of value out of those Science Vessels. Another drop gonna come around the side here. Trying to push forward once again. He's still got those 2, oh, another Science Vessel goes down. Still the 2 D-Matrix Firebats, but the Plague-oo, ripping these Marines a new one. It's like another dropship coming down on the right-hand side. We've got lots of Scourge, but he's not paying attention. Where are the Scourge going? Here we go. Okay, he's got some Scourge. Nicely done, Soulkey. Excellent stuff. Actually able to clear that out without taking any losses. Finally, Ultralists are on the field here too, and the 4th gas is about to come up. This has got to be frustrating for JyJ, who had Soulkey on the ropes for such a long time. Now facing down the possibility of having a 4-base Zerg, or a 4-gas Zerg, excuse me. Although it won't be for long. We're already at 17.5 minutes. It's about 21 minutes when the main base will mine out of gas. So he's only got a brief window here. Once he gets this gas guys are operational to be on 4 gases. He'll have to make something happen with that. Oh god, more Scourge coming forward. He's gonna lose. Okay. Bit unfortunate there for Soulkey. He wasted like 5 Scourge into 1 Science Vessel. That does happen from time to time. Ultralists all got irradiated as well as a Defiler too. So much better cost efficiency there for JyJ, especially now as he's getting up extra bases. Any cost efficiency on his part is going to be super valuable. JyJ really banking up the barracks count here. Looks like a flank of Defiler and Ultra gonna come forward. He's looking for another juicy Plague here, but he's not gonna find it. Instead, JyJ finding these units out on the map. This, I tell you, as a Zerg player, it hurts so bad. Throws down a Plague on that science facility, but that's not gonna help him too much. Oh god, this is huge! Picking off quite a few of those science vessels. The mutas that have been chilling in the main base for so long, finally being utilized here. Base trying to go up at the 6 o'clock, but he might end up getting himself caught here. A lot of army trying to move out of the 6 o'clock. Now going to be stifled here with the Dark Swarm catching this small group. Eventually, Ultras are going to be able to pick that off. He's just waiting for some more Lings to come forward so he can go ahead and consume them. Marines with no medic support here. Naked Marines getting picked off on the right-hand side. Dark Swarm usage absolutely peaking right now is Soulkey in that regard. He's getting so much value out of these Dark Swarms, holding back these armies. He's actually going to retreat because he just doesn't have the Lings. He needs to consume a Ling and drop another Plague on this. Unfortunately, just not having those units come up in time. The +3 is about to finish here. +2 attack as well. So Soulkey hitting his stride now, hitting his upgrades on time here. Better late than never, I guess. 20 minutes has hit. We're looking for a 5th base now. Nice Plague here from Soulkey. Shoving this army back is critical. He needs to get this base online as this is about to mine out. Oh, it's already mined out. 20 minutes. It's done. Yikes, I thought it was 21 minutes, but I am mistaken. Only 600 gas on this base, so he's currently on about 3 gas mining. So not going to be able to produce the weight of Ultra and Defiler that he's going to need to break this force out on the map here to stop JyJ, who's mining happily on 4 bases. His main and natural are soon to mine out, but he's kind of secured his future here. Oh, we're going for, that looks like Science Vessel energy upgrade. Some Marines and medics moving around the left side. A pick off on the hatchery here would be critical damage. So Soulkey bringing his army forward. Needs to keep this alive. Look at that. Trying to target down that hatchery, but not going to happen. He instead tries to go for a Defiler. Also not going to happen. Soulkey a little bit too quick on the response. Quite a few of these have been irradiated. They are ready for the picking of these Mutalisks. Quite a few kills on each of these. Some of those have to be Science Vessels. More Ultra's gonna come forward here. Some Irradiates do go down, but this is a small group of Medic Marine. Really not what he needs to break this, but the positioning here on this corner is really, really good. It's going to stop Soulkey from taking a big surround here, from getting a big surround, excuse me. More Ultras and Defilers are out now. He needs to hold this base. Getting another one down here in the bottom right as well. Securing his own future here in this game. Snagging another base down here at the 6 o'clock at the same time. Not taking any engagements with the Ultras unless he has that Defiler support. I really respect it. It's tough to get those Defilers always into position. He gets another beautiful plague here. The Ultras are going to finally take a fight without Defiler support, and it looks like he will be able to clean this up. JyJ will be able to, but not before the majority of the Marines go down. Wow, this Ultra actually a hero, taking down 10 kills, taking out just one after another. It's like more Marines moving down on this right-hand side, but Ling Surround absolutely destroys them all. Some battle cruisers making their way over here to the third base. This could be a really tough situation here for Soulkey unless he picks this off right here, right now. Big hits from those Scourge there, and only one battle cruiser remains. Really quick, good response here from Soulkey, bringing up the Mutas to tank the damage from these battle cruisers to allow all of the Scourge to hit. Ling's on the right-hand side, pushing up towards this natural. Looks like they will end up getting picked off. Soulkey struggling to handle that battle cruiser there, but more are coming out here. 3 at a time, mind you. 3 battle cruisers at a time being pumped out. The 4th gas should be taken soon because I think this one's run out now. Yeah, out of gas here. Only 72 remaining here, so you might as well move these gas mining SCVs over to that fresh gas. Get the most value out of those SCVs as he can. Once he notices that Ultra's coming up from the top side and from the bottom here, a bunch of Scourge. Oh my god, the Plagues and the Ultras connecting perfectly here. Getting so many kills. Looks like he will end up irradiating all the remainder of the Ultras, but they end up killing the majority of those Marines just with the irradiate. Now Soulkey has this base, he's got this base, and he's got this base. We're in scary territory now here as JyJ. He's had pretty big control over this game for the most part, but now it's going to get very Soulkey favored here. Nice defense, picking off the Defiler before it can make its way over to this side. Gonna repair up that bunker and hold things back, but he's trying to take a base over here. He's stretching himself very, very thin, and his army supply, oh my god. His army surprise, what the hell is that? Here comes a surprise plague on that army. Actually, probably not a surprise at this point. JyJ's seen it all before. More Ultras coming up the map right now. 187 supply to 160, and GG is called. JyJ taps out, and Soulkey is victorious. Ooh, quite a recovery there from Soulkey. Really impressive stuff. It felt like he was on the edge of breaking there when the dropships came in, when the double D-Matrix Firebat hit that first time. It looked so powerful, and he was just moments away from cracking in that third base, but he pulls it together, but just barely ekes out that value from those amazing plagues, and finally ultimately takes that win. Excellent, excellent stuff from Soulkey. A very good game from JyJ as well. Guys, thank you so much for joining me once again. This has been your daily dose of Brood War. I'll see you guys in the next video.